Just when you thought life couldn't get more exciting. Especially camper life. You go and have 4th of July and have a nice evening of fireworks, come home and you're tired because you drove about an hour away to watch fireworks. Finally get to sleep and then it sounds like a bomb goes off. So we done had some excitement for the night. More excitement than I wanted. We woke up to what sounded like somebody taking their vehicle and driving into the side of our camper. That limb used to be attached up there. And now it's attached to my camper. So, damages aren't too bad. We're just thankful that somebody was looking out for us, because where this landed, it landed in an area that could have been ended up very badly, because it's where the kids are. But this camper is very stout. I think the awning took the majority of the hit. Of course, the tree over here, this branch is long enough, that tree kind of slowed it down over here. But we're gonna have to start taking our trees down that are starting to fall down, I guess. Not really what was in our plans, but ain't much we can do about that now. But here is, I mean, it crinkled that pretty good, and I don't know. I'll have to do some hammering and bending back and seeing what I can do, because I'm gonna have to try to get this to go back where it belongs. Get this bent back up, get it straightened back out as much as I can. We're gonna have to, yeah, there's a few spots here that it got pretty good on the liner. I'm just gonna have to tar it for now. I mean, what are you gonna do? Ain't much you can do, you know. But I crushed that in, broke off the vent to the pipe, which, I mean, it is what it is. But it didn't damage anything on the roof, really. I'll have to clean it off and see what other holes are in the roof, but not too worried about it. I mean, the awning's kind of the major thing. I mean, it's, what are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? All right, do a little update in here because we've been doing a lot of things, and a lot of things have been happening, and haven't been filming it. I haven't really been feeling like filming it because it's just been one headache after another. But what? Oh, okay. I'm glad I get that one.
He's a grandpa.
But we're doing what we can and when we can, and you know, it is what it is. But so what we got going on with the building is I got some braces in. Pretty sure I filmed that. We got this contraption rigged up. We're gonna see how well this works. This is an old telephone pole, still pretty solid. We're gonna see how well the old tractor handles it. It was a little longer than that, but I cut it down to just the length I need it. And in the end here, I got this bolted on a hook, and it swivels. So I got my forks on here and some boards. I got her all tied down to the bucket, chained down, strapped there. I got my trip bucket locks strapped down so they don't want to flop out. You know, this is an old tractor and it is kind of wore out, so you know, we're gonna just take it nice and easy. I got 9 of them to do. Should go pretty quick. Well, I got 8 of them to do, and then the 9th one will be after I get my poles put up. But hey, you need to get out. But so that's what's going on with the building. I don't remember. Yeah, we had the tree fall on the camper. Used to be a tree right here, cut it down. Used to be a tree behind the camper, we cut it down. We cut down a few other things, but anyway, we did that. And then the other day I was mowing and decided, well, you know what, let's see how this works out. So we cut a path. I got some stuff to trim out. Hey, let's go, come on. So this is into our, so this is the other, because our property's 5 acres of trees, 5 acres of yeah, 5 acres open pasture. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. But anyway, made this path that goes back into the woods here, and made this path for a few reasons. Of course, the boys are going to test out their bravery. We're going to cut a few places out here, like into the trees, get it cleaned up, little areas where they can put their tent and camp out here. But so that path goes all the way through there, comes up through here. And this is what we're excited about, because the other reason I made this path was this right here, this fallen down tree. Now, behind this fallen down tree is what we got to get to. So this little path goes back into here, and of course there's crap everywhere, and there might even be animals back here. Hopefully not. But back in here, there is our root cellar. We gotta come back. I gotta come back here with the tractor, dig some of this out, get some of this dug back, and get it the rest of the way covered. And we got to get a door on it and everything. I got to dig down to get down to the door level. This is pretty high up where it's at, but that is where our root cellar is. And it's vented. I don't know if you can see, there's a vent pipe right there. And then the other one comes out down here. And it comes out here somewhere.
It's right there.
I'm not really sure where.
It's on there, you see that?
Oh, yeah, there it is. It's actually right there. So there's a top and a bottom pipe for ventilation to keep the, you know, moisture and everything out and keep it nice and cool. I got to make sure that those are also capped off and stuff so critters ain't getting in them. I got to make sure they're cleaned out. But it's decent size in there. But that's the other reason I cut the path, so I can get back in here, and I need to get the tractor back in here, haul all this stuff out. What?
Yeah, come over here. We got a good spot where the tent can go.
Okay. You guys shouldn't be walking back in here to begin with. But, so, comes in here, goes this way, and they're planning out where they want to put their tent at.
Right here. Let's make 2 tent spots. So my tent
We can make a tent spot that goes
back in there.
Back in there a little bit, but
So we can walk.
that might not happen. Yeah, look at this big old spider above your head that you're about ready to walk into.
Right where that fallen tree fell.
But anyway,
No.
oh yeah, we don't need to be putting it under a fallen tree. That is falling down, ain't it?
No, I mean we can move it.
So, anyway,
Spiderweb in my eye.
this goes all the way through to the back part
Of the house.
of our property. And another reason why we did it, is I gotta cut out a few more things to make it big enough to get the tractor through here, because I only need it to come through one direction. I don't need it to go all the way through. But the other one is we need to get the side-by-side through here, and so you know we can just drive the side-by-side through here and have a little fun. But the other one is dirt bikes. So we made a little path so our dirt bikes can go through here. It'll be part of our dirt bike track and whatnot. But so basically it goes all the way out.
Hey, that looks like a good sweeping tent spot. It's around. Hey, spiderwebs all in my face and in my hair. Which we're taking a shower.
Comes all the way out here to the pasture. Back side of our property, which our property still goes back in here. I don't know, about 100 yards, I guess,
Hey, let's look for
from where I'm standing, but berries ain't gonna be there. So all of this back here, you know, is where we're gonna talk about doing track and everything. But we did all this so that way we can start utilizing more of our property. And stop touching stuff. You don't know if it's got poison ivy on it or not. Come on, let's go.
Come on, Red.
But starting to do all this so we can establish everything, and we can get our root cellar up and going, get shelves in there, get stuff stored in there, make sure that it's functioning properly and gonna work and we can utilize it. It's also technically a storm shelter, so if we ever had to, in a really extreme bad instance, we have somewhere that we can go, because it is buried underground. And I will bury it some more once I dig a little bit of this out. But just try and go back through the trail here. Let's go. So spent some time cutting this out, getting everything done there, you know, just doing little things here and there to well, little by little, to help improve what we got going on out here. And now that I got this path cut, all I got to do is maintenance on it and whatnot. But anyway, so we did have the tree fall on our camper, and I think I put that in another video. And we cut down the trees, cut down a bunch of other stuff and whatnot. And I've had some problems with, come on, with our chickens and ducks running off, and I'll show you what we're doing there. I'm trying to think what else we've done in the meantime. Not really much other than, like I said, you know, our camper got hit and we cut down that tree. We got some video of doing all that. Dang. Inhaled something. Yeah, so there's our log pile over there. But I had another windstorm come through, and we had another damage. And this time it took a good chunk of something valuable. My truck got hit by a tree. Oh, no, it didn't get hit because I was cutting down a tree and it fell on it. We had a bad windstorm and a limb apparently decided to come off and smash into my truck. So now I have to get a whole new door and figure out what to do there and get a new, or get get a door on it, get it painted and everything and whatnot. So right now I'm driving around with a door that's busted up, no window, and a bag on it. It's real annoying. But what we're working on today is so our chickens and stuff have been running around. They've been running over to the neighbors because neighbors got ducks and goats and all that stuff over there. So we had bought this little chicken run off Amazon, I believe, and for now this is basically going to be their chicken coop ish area. Eventually we're gonna butt it up against a shipping container and tie it to this post and whatnot and get it set up so they can be in it, especially at night, and they can be out here with the guard dog, and the guard dog's good with the chickens and stuff. The chickens roam out here with him all the time and he doesn't bother them. But we're going to have this set up so that way the chickens and ducks and everything are in it, especially if we go on vacation. Then they'll be tied up to where, you know, they'll have their water, they'll have their food, we won't have to worry about them. They'll be good for a few days, no big deal. But that's what we're working on. I've been working on. I gotta finish it tonight. So this is simple to put up. Just click in poles and wrap the thing with chicken wire.